Has anybody here been under tremendous pressure and stress? Performance pressure and stress? Brilliant. Thank you for being so honest. Showing your hands right up there. There was a poultry farm once, and the owner of the poultry farm came to the poultry farm and started speaking to all the hen, saying, look, I'm giving you so many grains and you're only laying 2 eggs a day. Next Monday on, I want you to lay 10 eggs a day. That's called performance pressures. You want the bucks, lay the eggs, guys. All the hen came together. And they started talking. One of the hens said to the other, last week I just secured an admission for my little chick at Yale. And I need to pay the fees and the scholarship, so I need the grains. The other one said, I just purchased a little house in Malabar Hill. Mortgages to be paid, so no choice, I need to lay 10 eggs. The next Monday, the poultry farm owner came in. He saw every hen there laying 10 eggs, except one. He looked at the fellow and said, look at all your colleagues. They're laying 10 eggs. You're laying only one. The fellow said, thank God I'm laying at least one. Otherwise, I'm a rooster. I'll tell you what, guys. Under performance pressure, even roosters have to lay eggs, bloody eggs. And what do I mean by laying eggs under performance pressure? Doing something that I don't love. Doing something that I'm not cut for. Doing something that I'm absolutely not passionate about. I traveled the world speaking to big corporate houses. And it's not an exaggerated number. Over 80% of the professionals who are working out there are getting a thick, fat paycheck because they're so absolutely phenomenally great at what they do, but they're not fulfilled with what they do. They're not satisfied with what they do. I was sharing with Abha an equation that if you're working for about 8 hours a day, average, and if you have a 5 days work week, you spend 40 hours a week at your workplace. If you have 2 weeks a holiday in a year, which is 50 weeks you're working for, you spend about 2,000 hours at your workplace. And if you're working for an average of about 45 years, you spend a bloody 90,000 hours at your workplace. And that's a daunting number. 90,000 hours account to about 10 years of your life. And I have a simple question. Am I going to be spending 90,000 hours in misery? Doing something that I'm paid for, but I'm not fulfilled with? I took that leap. I jumped out of the corporate world. I left Hewlett-Packard to chase something that I love to do, but I definitely do not advocate that. My principle that I talk to people about is get paid for what you're great at, and also side by side add to your life what you love, your passion, even if it is by the side. Because passion doesn't pay your bills immediately. Passion doesn't pay your mortgages and financial liabilities immediately. So it's easy to say that I need to be satisfied with what I do, but as we live in the real world. So love what you do and do what you love.
I love that saying and that philosophy, Swamiji, but how do you explain this to the world's big corporates? Are they understanding this? Because, we were having that conversation just yesterday about the gig economy and flexi work and the future of work. Are large organizations, global organizations today, listening to this and the fact that this is what today's individual desires?
I think they definitely, I speak at a lot of corporate events, so the very fact that they're inviting me to speak at this corporate event means there is some space for thoughts like these. But at the same time, I really do not think it's a priority as of now. Because only when something is a priority, that's when you take it seriously. Where attention goes, energy flows.